Shane Daly goes to the left. They fake to him. Jones wants to run. He doesn't have any room, and he loses the football. Central Oklahoma pounces in the area of the football, and it's recovered by the Lopers. Oh, Jordan Allen saved a turnover.
Yeah, good job by Jordan to be on top of that, because otherwise UCO would have had an excellent field position of a wind.
They are going into the wind right now. The Broncos, a patient run, now breaking a tackle and getting a first down. Jalen Cottrell, an impressive start for the junior from Lexington, Oklahoma.
That was an excellent run, because it looked like there wasn't going to be anything there right to begin with, and he was very patient. To both wides and Rue little bubble screen out there. They're forcing UNK to play the whole width of the field.
Breaking a tackle, sprinting down the sideline along the right side. That was Terrell Davis. Jones, the safety, finally pushes him out after a big gain for the Broncos. The only thing that slowed them down has been themselves so far. Now Huff wants to throw. Pressure comes. He delivers. Open along the hash marks. Good for a first down. It's Davis for the second. Stands filled out here on the home side.
Yeah, that's good to see the UNK, the fans come out to help.
Finding the edge and running through a tackler. The Broncos change it up. Bring in William Mason. He's a big body back too. 6'2", 215 pounds, an Oklahoma native, and he barreled forward for 12 yards.
Well, UCO obviously shows they have a ton of athletic ability on their front.
Once the quarterback split out wide to the right. Tyler Perry in as the Wildcat QB. He runs up the middle. He's hit just short of the line to gain.
Yeah.
Fourth and less than a yard.
That's going to be very close, but I think he came up a little bit short. He probably should have followed Jet right up into that hole. He kind of bent it back a little bit. I think he might have got that extra yard.
Zane Adams, the 6'1", 280-pound senior for UCO, comes into junior from Mustang, Oklahoma. Almost got it on the deflection, but a critical moment for that UNK defense to force a 3 and out.
Yeah, hopefully UNK will get good field position, because he's kicking into the wind here.
Punter is Grayson Miller. Junior gets a line drive. Huge punt. That's remarkable.
Great
all
job
the way
by
to the 16.
Or UCO's punter there.
Jones gets it off. Plenty of time, thinking about tucking, and maybe took a little too long to decide to do it. Falls forward for a few yards.
Yeah, I think if he'd have just kept running, I think he'd have got a first down there, but he tried to pull up and throw it. Just didn't work out.
Central Oklahoma getting a strong tackle that time. An offense that's been humming, but no points yet. Thrown to the right. It's complete, forcing the Lopers to make a tackle in space. And that's what they do. Jovan Marsh ripping down Madison Ridgeway, but not before he gets a first down. And that was the final play of quarter number 1. No score between a pair of 2 penalties this drive. Into Bronco territory. What a stick! A huge hit applied by Dalton Hurd. And it's a negative play for the Loper offense.
UNK had Abram Skolton in there at quarterback. I wonder why Reagan had to come out there.
Oh, good catch. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that.
Wide receiver just didn't get it done out there on the perimeter, number 89.
Yards. 3rd and long. Huff in the pocket. Looking down the seam, and the defender falls down. Jones lost his footing, and a huge conversion on 3rd and a mile. Good pass to Dominique Dunn for the Broncos.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Jameer was in pretty good position and just lost his feet. Otherwise, I think he'd have made the play. No, they're out of timeouts, too.
Right onto the hands Interesting looking
screen, and that's what happened. The guy released upfield and got a good bunch of
huge
yards.
hole up the middle. Mason exploits it and gets near the first.
Got to punch the thing up inside, I'm guessing.
Huff keeps. Nobody home on defense. Yeah. And the first-year Bronco quarterback sprints in for the first score of the game for Central Oklahoma, and they're an extra point away from tying it up. Both offenses have been cooking a bit here in the second quarter. Tight end on that drag route. Never goes to the turf. Ushered out of bounds. That's Dominique Dunn, the 6'3", 210-pounder, getting 7 yards.
Well, hopefully UNK can rise to the occasion here before half.
Huff fakes the quick pass, has lots of room to the left, throws complete. Impressive work extending the play, waiting for Schumann to get left alone, and puts it right on the numbers.
I'm sure Jed Huff probably didn't get recruited too much because he's a 5'8" quarterback coming out of high school, but that young man is an excellent.
Oh, the shoe tops.
Yeah.
Huff on play action, faces pressure from Felton, eludes him to the left, and races for 5 or 6 yards. He was planning to roll right.
Yeah.
Face mask there. Critical penalty against the Lopers. And the Broncos trying to cap. Huff looking left, wide open target, makes the grab, makes a defender miss. Terrell Davis makes it first and goal from the 6. 12-yard gain.
I don't know if UNK was playing cautious and defending the end zone there, or if there was some miscommunication.
Relive.
Exactly.
First and goal from the 2. And the Broncos find the end zone. A handoff to the back, William Mason. And the sophomore able to absorb some blows on his way to 6 points. And again, we're 1 point away from being tied up. Chandler Brown coming in trying to make the stop. And Mason for UNK. He's carried it for 52 yards. Gets it here. Tries to break free from a tackle, but only gets about a yard. And the Broncos are fired up about it. Jack Puckett, the sophomore, with the stop.
And they call timeout. So, again, that clock's going to be a little bit of a factor.
No, so they move the chains, keep the ball away from the Broncos. Jones gives to Harris, slips free from one tackle, but just gets back to the line of scrimmage. UNK rushes for no gain. It's 4th and 2. Okay, so they had all 3 timeouts.
They had 3.
So earlier it seemed like they had called timeout, but
I thought so too.
But must not have. And that's even bigger for Central Oklahoma. They're going to get the football. This punt will.
So a little bit like a quarterback, that's kind of tough.
Harris gets the carry. Doesn't get anywhere. Cleaned up by Marcus Sowell, the senior out of Rockwall, Texas. 2nd down and 10.
Broncos are doing a good job against the run. They must have made some defensive adjustments, and they've given maybe UNK.
With the ball on the left hash mark. It's quarterback draw. And nothing much there for Jones. Strong tackle made.
I can definitely have that this quarter.
Sideways play that time. Completion to Anthony Sabatka, the Hastings St. Cecilia product. No gain, 3rd and 8.
Big down here for the Lopers.
For Ashton Schumann, the redshirt freshman. And a first down and more. Stefan Talone finally flips over the ball carrier. Again, Mason getting that tote. And another first down for the Broncos.
William Mason runs extremely hard with the football. He's tough to bring down.
Here's Huff in the pocket. Throws, caught right at the sticks. And a run after the catch goes for a first down to Jaden Gray. applies a stiff arm on Talone to ride him for a couple more yards.
One thing that they do with their up-tempo offense, they run a lot of rhythm passing game, and they just, he gets the snap, takes a step, and he's got the ball.
385-pounder for this snap. Cottrell gets the carry. Cottrell finds some running room, and he's still on his feet to the 20. Pickup of 5 on, maybe 6 on first down. Broncos moving the football, a drive that started back inside their area of action now. For the team in white. Throw to the end zone, picked off Kendall Brewer. Brewer runs backwards and brought down in the end zone.
That might be a safety.
Brewer caught it in the end zone, exited, and then ran backwards.
He took it out of the end zone.
And it's a safety. We have a 1-point ball game, and the Broncos will get the football. Disaster. UNK, after giving up the conversion on the penalty, forces their 3rd turnover of the game.
If he'd have just gone into the end zone, taken a knee, his momentum would have taken him in there.
It's his helmet in frustration for the Lopers defense. See if they're still focused. Huff over the middle, caught, breaking a tackle and breaking free, losing the football at the end. They say he's down. Dominique Dunn coughed it up, but that was after he hit the turf. And a huge pickup on 3rd and 10 gets the Broncos into Loper territory. 29 yards right down the seam. And they
did well enough for the most part to be successful and win
wide
this game.
Open and dipping past the tackle and racing in for a touchdown is Jacob Delso. The first play of the 4th quarter, a 33-yard touchdown strike. Huff to Delso, and the lead swings to the Broncos.
Well, they ran a corner route there, and he was wide open. The safety had to take that over the top and just got there late. Good call.
2 for the Lopers. But make no mistake, UNK very much in this ball game. Jones steps up in the pocket. Now he's flushed, throws. It's an open receiver who takes an absolute lick. Shane Daly with the reception and punished. That was J.K. Moore out of Mesquite, Texas. About a 6-yard gain.
Good gain by UNK, but good play by that defensive back for UCO.
Look Harris's way, think better of it, and down goes Jones. Racing in along the edge for the sack, Johnny Wilson, Kansas City product, gets to the quarterback, and it's 3rd down and about 11. A loss of 7.
Put a stick a dagger in UNK, if you will.
Long pass, and breaking a tackle is Schumann, who now has 10 grabs, or is that even up to 11 grabs?
He comes in. I wonder what happened to their starter.
And Cottrell does have some second-half carries, but not getting the nod here. They're bringing on fresh legs in Dev Matthews, true freshman from Edmond, and a Loper is down.
Yeah, UNK, I think maybe it is.
That's Q Felt. Josh Davies-Balagun comes back in to replace him. 2nd and 4. Handoff, Mason finds the edge, turns the corner, and William Mason racing towards the pylon, winds up a few yards short. It'll be 1st and goal for Central Oklahoma, who's not meeting quite as much resistance this drive.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, UNK has done a great job against the run.
Handoff. And into the end zone for a touchdown, Dev Matthews. The freshman absorbs contact and plows right through it to score. For Matthews, his first touchdown of the season, and it makes it an 11-point lead for Central Oklahoma.
Well, that's not to state the obvious, but
Jones on an obvious passing down will run the option, flips it out. Harris hitting the backfield, and the defense for the Broncos feeding off of their offense. Dylan Buckheit looks plenty well rested compared to the Loper linebackers.
yeah,
The initial pressure from Johnny.
lost that one. It probably would have been taken them out of the playoff hunt. Now they got to play the Lopers next week.
Mason, a patient run, waiting for some running room and then hitting the hole. Felton with excellent hustle in the pursuit from the backside. Watch number 4 run after it.
Yeah,
He almost got to him there.
That shows you how talented Q is.
He has to go out. Diagonal at his back out of the northeast, blowing steady. Try to make it a 15-point cushion. Kick up. And it's good. The senior makes it a 2-touchdown advantage. Loper. Jones wants a quick snap, gets it off to Harris. Harris gets the first down, but not the touchdown. Oh, man, again, that spot.
Not a good spot.
I don't know what's going on here.
Not a good spot.
That's twice in the last couple of plays. Holy smokes. Review that one. That's not easy. My goodness. And that's what the Lopers are saying, I think. Look to the sideline.
Gotta be.
They're going to measure this. I think that's a good couple feet off. And we have the view from up top, makes it a little easier in some circumstances to. Oh yeah. Handoff. Mason breaks free. Into the second level he goes to the 16. That's a 13-yard jaunt. And I think at this point you can say Jalen Cottrell, the starting running back, we haven't seen him since early in the third quarter. He's not available. We haven't. Mason still in there as the back. Bounces outside and has a lot of room. Finally nudged out of bounds, but this yardage total isn't going to fully reflect the effort of the Nebraska Kearney defense.
No.
By the way, Mason now with 26 carries for about 125 yards. He has been the